Shalom. I want to start off by saying Kal Halal Yamlah, Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham, Reka Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth and who rule well. Peace and citations unto the Akim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Kotas of Zion from the GMS Holland branch, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai with another lesson, with another video. And Lord willing, this video is edifying. In this video, I want to go into John 3 and 16, the infamous scripture that the Christians use to show that Yahushai, which Yahushai is the person who everybody ignorantly calls Jesus, that he came to die for everybody on the cross, for all nations. But we from Great Millstone, we go into these words, to show you the truth, what's behind the plain English words, Bear with me for a second. Because that's the way we learned it from our apostles, elders and apostles, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakah, Apostle Arimlop, they taught us to go into the words, you see. So this is 2 Timothy 2, verse 15, and it says, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Gone. So we dive into these words, we dive into the history, we dive into everything to show you the truth, you see. So let's go into that word study, which is
Strong's G 4704, spudazo.
Spudazo. The outline of biblical usage says to hasten, to make haste, to exert oneself, and devour, and to give diligence. You see? Let's look up the word diligence, which that means a constant effort. Noun, careful and persistent work or effort. You see, persistent, a constant, persistent effort that you're putting in. So that's that word study. To give diligence, to be diligent, you see, with a constant effort, to labor. Let's go into that word approve.
Strong's G 1384, dokimos.
And the outline of biblical use, it says accepted, pleasing, acceptable. And Strong's definition says acceptable, approved, tried. Con. So for us to show ourselves approved, we are going to be tried, but by doing a constant effort, by giving a constant and persistent effort, that's going to cause you to stand in your lot, actually, because you don't know what your lot is. But the Most High, He requires diligence. He requires that you give it your all, you see. Let's go into that word truth. The outline, let me see.
Strong's G 225, aletheia.
Aletheia. And the outline of biblical usage says that what is true in things appertaining to the Most High and the duties of man, moral and religious truth. The truth that is taught in the Christian religion, which we know that the modern day Christianity is not what is written in the Bible. The Christians are the followers of Yahweh Shai, that follow his ways, that follows his words, that they act in deed and in action what Yahweh Shai asked of them, not that they go and pray over their sins, and then they keep committing sins. No. The real worshippers of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai are going to be made manifest in the last days, just like how it says in the book of Matthew. Then the real worshippers are going to be made known, not the ones that say that they love him and that they follow him, but in acts they actually hate him. So this is the outline of biblical usage, the truth as taught in the Christian religion, respecting the Most High and the execution of his purposes through Yahweh Shai, and respecting the duties of man, opposing alike to the superstitions of the Gentiles and the inventions of the Jews and the corrupt opinions and precepts of false teachers, even among Christians. You see? So you have to be skilled to see what is false and what is true. You see? So that's why you have to give diligence to give your calling and to make your calling and election sure, like the scripture says. This is 2 Peter's 1, verse 10, and it reads, "Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fail." You see? So that's that constant effort again. That's studying again. You see? So now going to John 3:16, which reads, "For Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." So the point of this scripture is you have to go into that word world, and if you go into that world over there, the word world here in John 3:16 is cosmos, which the outline of biblical usage says an apt and harmonious arrangement of constitution, order, or government. You see? So this is the point. Government. So the Most High, he gave his only begotten Son, so that a certain portion, the governing body, the body that is going to govern in the kingdom of heaven, which is the elect, that they can be saved. You see? It's all for the elect's sake. You see? So now with that understanding, let's read it again. John 3:16, "For the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, so loved the elect," the governing, ruling body that's going to come, "that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life." You see? Because this is all for the elect's sake, like it says in Romans, like it says in the book of Romans 11:7. "What then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded." You see? So it is for this portion, it is for the elect, the governing body, the government. That's why the Most High gave his only begotten Son, so that they could make it. You see? But going back, you have cosmos, which is, you have for the word world, you have three you have three Greek pronunciations. God, so going back to John 3 and 16, here you have the word world. So you have three possibilities in Greek that are mentioned in the New Testament for world. So you have world in John 3 and 16, which is cosmos, and you have, for example, in Luke 20 verse 34, you also have the word world, which it reads Luke 20 verse 34, and Yahushua answered, and Yahushua answering said unto them, the children of this world marry and give into marriage. And let's go into that word world over here, which is ion, and ion, which goes into an age, a period of time. You see? So this is another meaning that the word world has. And the third meaning, for that, we can go into the book of, let's go to Acts 19 verse 27. And it reads, so that not only this our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worship. So this is again the word world, but if you go into the Strong's definition in the Greek, then you will see here it's a different word again, which is oikomeni. And the outline of biblical usage says the inhabited earth, the universe. You see? So in this part, it speaks about the inhabited earth. And in the last part, it was an age, a ruling period, which we are in that ruling period of Esau, the so-called white man right now. And in the first word, world, it was a government, a body, a society, you see? So you have to go into these words to dig into it and to see that there's a difference in these words, because in English it all comes back to world, but when you go into the Greek, then you see that it has a whole different meaning to it. You see? Done. So this was just a quick lesson about the word world and Yaratazah. It has been edifying, and I want to say Kal Halal Yamla Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Reka Kodash Shalom Akim.